Are you ready to unlock real crypto earnings? Let me show you 5 powerful DeFi protocols on Avalanche where your crypto can actually start working for you, from lending to staking and farming, all with the speed and low fees that Avalanche is known for. DeFi is blowing up on Avalanche, powered by the lightning fast transactions and super low gas fees. DeFi is perfectly suited to Avalanche. I'm also going to explain to you what some of the terms that you're going to hear me. So what is DeFi? What is an LP? And what is getting liquidated? Yes, it's as bad as it sounds. My name is DeFi Site. I create a whole heap of content all around the Avalanche ecosystem, the crypto space, educational things, teaching you all about what's going on in this space. If you do like this type of content, please do jump on, like and subscribe, follow on all the links coming above, and let's jump in. So first up, what is DeFi? DeFi stands for Decentralized Finance. It's a movement in the crypto world which is aimed at creating financial systems that don't rely on traditional banks or intermediaries. Instead, DeFi uses blockchain technology. It's mostly smart contracts to offer financial services like lending, borrowing, trading, and earning interest, all in a decentralized way. By doing this, you earn yield. So let's look at what we mean by yield in DeFi world. Yield is like the extra money you earn when you use your cryptocurrency in certain ways, kind of like an interest that you get from the bank. But in the world of crypto, how do you earn yield? Now you can earn yield by doing things like staking. Staking is where you lock your crypto to help keep a blockchain running and the system rewards you with more crypto. Lending your crypto, you let other people borrow your crypto and they pay you a fee in interest for it. By providing liquidity. So what you do is you put your crypto into a pool that helps people trade and you earn a small fee from each trade. By farming, which is moving your crypto around different places to get the highest reward. So why is all of this useful? Now, instead of just holding your crypto, you can actually make your crypto work for you by earning extra coins on top. Let's look at a super quick example. If you put $100 of your crypto into a lending app that gives you a 10% yield, after 1 year, you might have got $110, which means you earn $10 just for letting them use your crypto. There's a whole host of ways that you can earn an Avalanche, so let's jump in and look at some of those. First up, let's look at one of the simpler ways, which is staking. Now, single-sided staking is great. You can do this with your AVAX on Benqi. Single-sided staking is a great place to start, as you will always get out what you put in. And because you're only staking one asset, in this case, AVAX, you will always have the same amount of AVAX at the end as you do at the start. So let's look at a very brief example. If you put 5 AVAX in, when you take out or unstake your 5 AVAX, you will still have 5 AVAX. Now do bear in mind that the value of these 5 AVAX may have changed, as the price of AVAX will still fluctuate over time. Now what happens is when you stake your AVAX on Benqi, in return you will receive S-AVAX, which is a tokenized version of your staked AVAX. This also allows you to earn staking rewards without locking up your assets, so you can use S-AVAX in various DeFi applications across the Avalanche network. Now, unlike traditional staking, where your AVAX is locked and inaccessible, S-AVAX provides liquidity, so you can then trade, lend, or use S-AVAX in other DeFi protocols, all while still earning staking rewards, which we're going to look at in a bit more details later on. When you do want to just take it out, you can then convert your S-AVAX back to AVAX and you can unstake. You initiate the unstaking process. Now do be aware, on Benqi, there's a 15-day cooldown period before you can actually claim your AVAX. Alternatively, you can swap this through partner platforms, but you might get a slight fee for that. So, in summary, Benqi's liquid staking offers a single-sided staking experience, but it's also got enhanced liquidity and integration within the rest of the Avalanche DeFi ecosystem. It provides a flexible and user-friendly way to earn staking rewards while you're still maintaining the ability to use your assets across various DeFi platforms. So single-sided staking is a great place to start, as it can be super simple, something as simple as putting your AVAX in, earning rewards on it, and then taking it out at the end. Next up, let's have a look at providing liquidity in liquidity pools, or LPs. We'll look at doing this on LFJ, as it is the biggest DEX on Avalanche. So what are liquidity pools? Liquidity pools are smart contracts that hold pairs of tokens such as AVAX USDC or BTC.B and AVAX. Now, by providing equal values of both tokens to a pool, you then enable users to trade through them seamlessly. Now, in return for this, you will receive LP tokens, which represent your share of the pool. So how do you earn from these pools? Now, you will earn trading fees. So each time a trade occurs, using the liquidity that you provided, for example, a 0.25% fee is charged. This fee is then distributed proportionately among all LP token holders. So the bigger your LP is, the more percentage you will get. You can also do yield farming. So by staking your LP tokens in LFJ's farmed, you can earn additional rewards in the form of Joe tokens. The amount that you earn does depend on the pool's weight and your share of the liquidity. Do keep an eye out for the boost program on LFJ as well. As LFJ has a boost program which incentivizes liquidity provision by offering additional AVAX rewards for participating pools. They can receive these rewards and also enhance your potential earnings. For instance, pools involving tokens like COC, Joe and QI, etc. are often included in this program, and the rewards are distributed in real time, allowing you to earn continuously. Now, if you are thinking about adding your assets into a liquidity pool, it's important to think about impermanent loss, or IL. When you add to a liquidity pool, the actual number of each token that you hold can vary as the price of each token changes. So let's look at an example of that. If you put in one AVAX and the corresponding amount of COCs, let's say you put in the corresponding amount of COC, which at this time of the video is going to mean around 27 million COC. If the price of COC then rises and the price of AVAX goes down, you would end up having more AVAX than COC and vice versa. So if the price of AVAX rises and the price of COC goes down, then you would end up with more COC. As what the pool does, it always balances out the number of actual tokens to be the same monetary value. So it will balance the tokens to match the monetary value of half and half in it. So this is just something to think about. It can pay to initially go into an LP with a pair of tokens that you believe in long term, as then you will always have the tokens that you want no matter what they change. So just look into this and really understand this. So let's look at taking the staking up a little notch and adding some more elements. A good place to do this is Apex DeFi. Apex is a DEX on Avalanche that are doing some really cool stuff. They offer awesome staking, both single-sided and also a huge choice of liquidity pools. They also offer further options to compound your earnings with their native token. Now what they have done that's pretty amazing is develop a whole new token standard called ERC-314, which has a whole host more functionality than a standard token. It's got cool features which help open the token up for more and easier integrations into gaming, etc. Now the cool thing with this is that even tokens that are not created using this standard, so any token on Avalanche, can actually be wrapped and added to the Apex site as a 314 token. So for example, you can wrap your COC to become ACOC. You can wrap your KET to become AKET. You can even wrap stables, Bitcoin and ETH out there, which then allows you to stake these and earn from these on the Apex site, which is amazing. The rewards are amazing with some really solid APRs, for example, over 52% on KET and AVAX, and 70% plus on USDC, Bitcoin and AVAX pairings. The rewards here are paid in Apex, which is the native token to the DEX. So what you can either do is claim this, or you can compound this by further earning on this. You can then further stake this as XApex to earn from fees from all the new tokens that are launched on Apex. The earnings from this are then paid out in actual AVAX, which is cool. So you're taking your earnings, you're reinvesting them, and you're earning more from that, which is amazing. Now, if all of this sounds a little complicated and quite hard to manage, then what I would recommend to do is have a look at Yield Yak. Now, Yield Yak's primary feature is its auto compounding farms. Now, when you deposit assets like AVAX, stablecoins, or liquidity provider tokens or LP tokens into these farms, Yield Yak automatically reinvests the rewards back in the pool multiple times a day. Now, this frequent compounding enhances your returns over time without you having to physically do it yourself. So by pooling user deposits, Yield Yak reduces gas fees and also increases efficiency. What you can also do on Yield Yak is add tokens like the AVAX I spoke about earlier from Benqi. So now we're getting really DeFi, being a little degen, and if this is your bag, there's other cool features on Yield Yak that you can also use to further stake things, like the LP tokens that you receive for adding into a liquidity pool. So for example, if you've added into one of the liquidity pools on LFJ, what you receive in return for that is an LP token, which is a token that represents the amount that you have staked in the liquidity pool. Now what you can then do is that LP token can be further staked on Yield Yak to earn from that. So not only are you earning from the liquidity pool that you have your actual tokens in, you're also earning from the LP token that you receive to represent this. So now you're seriously compounding this interest. Now, just one note on this, it can be easy to get a little lost with where you're up to in all of this investing, reinvesting. So it pays to make a note and really keep track of where your tokens are and what they are doing, especially if you're looking into sell and take profits at any point and you need to act quickly. So just be aware of that. Okay, now we've got you all warmed up and you're maybe feeling a bit more degen, let's look at some more advanced ways to earn on Avalanche. Take a look at Aave. Aave is a decentralized lending and borrowing protocol where users can deposit assets to earn yield interest. You can also borrow assets by providing collateral. Now it runs across multiple blockchains, including Avalanche, and it uses smart contracts to manage everything. So as we've said before, this is DeFi, there's no banks or centralized intermediary involved, and you can earn yield on Aave on the Avalanche market by supplying and depositing your tokens. Now, here are some common Avalanche native assets you can use. Now, common tokens you can supply are AVAX, even WETH, the wrapped Ethereum Avalanche, USDC, USDT, other stable coins, the BTC.B, which is Bitcoin bridge to Avalanche, and also you can use your AVAX, which we mentioned before, which is what you receive on Benqi. So when you use Aave to deposit your crypto on the platform, in return what Aave does is lend your crypto to other users who want to borrow it. Aave then pays you interest because you're making your crypto available. And now this interest is what's known as your supply yield. So it's how you earn passive income just by letting Aave use your tokens. Now if you're really going full degen, you can look into looping. Looping is a way to boost your yield by repeating this process. How does that work? 1, you would supply your token to Aave. 2, you would borrow against it. Number 3, you would use what you borrow to buy more of the same token. Number 4, you would supply that to Aave again. And 5, you would repeat the loop to increase your total supplied amount. This sounds a little complex, but what you're basically doing is recycling your own money to make it work harder. Now, we're doing on a serious note here that once you start looking into these types of strategies, you do need to be really fully educated and aware of the risks of liquidation. So what is liquidation? Let's look at this with some examples. So when you borrow on Aave, you have to put up collateral. For example, AVAX. Now, if the value of your collateral drops, Aave can automatically sell your assets to repay your loan. This is called liquidation. Let's look at an example. If you deposit $100 of AVAX and borrow $70, if AVAX drops in price to $80 total value, your loan is no longer safe and Aave might sell your AVAX to cover the loan and you'll pay a penalty fee. This is especially risky with looping because you're borrowing multiple times. So please do your own research and fully understand both the potential gains and also the potential losses with all of these strategies. So it's super cool to see the amazing DeFi and earning options that are available on Avalanche and also the potential to earn from the assets that you're already holding. So jump in, have a look, but please, like I said, always do your own research. So let me know, what are your favorite ways of earning yield on passive income, especially on Avalanche? Let me know in the comments what you're up to, what strategy you're employing. My name is DeFi Sai. Like I said, if you do like this type of content all around the Avalanche ecosystem and crypto as a whole and you want to learn more, please do jump on. Follow on all the channels, like and subscribe on YouTube, etc. Hope you enjoyed this. Peace out, good vibes.